My name is Boris Neyman. I manage a group of solution architects in NVIDIA looking after AI cloud partners or NVIDIA cloud partners in EMEA region. Obviously here at the Vultr booth, bringing up a short overview of how to build and operate an efficient AI factory. This is basically the AI factories that are being built by our partners like Vultr. So it all begins from the story of a 5-layer cake, right? AI is not just the AI application that we are using. In order for the application to be able to run efficiently and be able to perform at scale, we need to think about all the 5 layers. So it all starts from an energy envelope. You need to design your data center. You need to sign a contract with an energy company that will bring you enough energy to feed your data center and the chips that are installed in the data center. Obviously, chips are of different types. There is CPUs, GPUs, memory, networking, DPUs, a lot of different chips. Then you go and integrate it into an infrastructure, which means here are my servers of just CPU servers. Here are my GPU accelerated compute. Here is my specific storage for AI applications. And then we're talking about models, right? So you're talking about large-scale models, model builders like OpenAI, like Anthropic, but we're also talking about open source models that enable you, and specifically here in Europe, to come up with local models, with local applications that will serve the local markets in a secure, validated, sovereign way, and create value to the local markets. And then once everything is built, we can optimize the applications that are serving the different industries. As we heard, AI is the new industry revolution. So robotics and physical AI is one of the hot topics these days. And it's only one of the applications that can make the use of the fully vertically integrated data center. So in the next few slides, we'll talk a little bit about each one of the components, how to make sure that we actually go and squeeze the maximum out of the infrastructure. So organizations today no longer buying servers. Nobody, well, some people will probably come and say, I want to buy a server, but people are starting to think differently. Thinking what we call tokenomics, right? That's the new economics, which is based on tokens. And the idea is quite simple. We take megawatts of electricity, we put it into a vertically integrated, smartly managed data center, fully optimized in each one of the 5 layers, and we get tokens out. Right? We get intelligence. We as people understand this as intelligence. It can be a piece of software. It can be a business decision recommendation. For the computers or the agents that are involved in the process, these are just tokens. Tokens come in, tokens come out. In order for this process to happen, you need megawatts and you need the correct vertically integrated AI factory. So there are 4 places where efficiency leaks away. It can be power and cooling, which is not designed correctly, so you cannot cool the GPU, so the GPU cannot go to the maximum performance, cannot provide the maximum tokens per second. Networking and storage, no longer we build networking just as we used to build in the enterprise. It requires completely different concepts and completely different networks. And storage should be also optimized for the different workloads. If I'm training, if I'm using inference, different tiers of storage. Main thing that it's different from the enterprise storage, and we need to invest more in thinking how to optimize it as part of the full solution. Now, operations and multi-tenancy, if you're onboarding your workload on a cloud, you need to make sure that your data is unseen for the other tenants. From your perspective, is dedicated infrastructure or dedicated platform or service that you're getting from the cloud. And it's not as easy to do for AI as it used to be for just standard CPU enterprise applications. And obviously the AI software and inference, the main idea is like when you go and optimize the full stack, you don't want to have your AI models or your AI application running in a suboptimal way. So you need pieces of software, middle layer software, that will glue everything together and enable you to run the applications in the most optimal way. Talking about power and cooling, DSX is NVIDIA's design for data center scale. We basically partner with cloud operators like Vultr to have a blueprint from NVIDIA that shows you how to build the data center from the ground up. So you take a piece of land, you bring certain amount of power in, and we show you exactly how to design the components that go into the data center, and we partner with all the ecosystem along the way, from piping and tubing and cabling and infrastructure and servers and software, to make sure that if you just go as Vultr in this case, you go to the ecosystem and you say, I want to deploy a DSX reference architecture, you have a list of validated components or validated partners to choose from. You just go, buy it off the market, get your orders in, get your data centers installed much faster, and your time to first token basically being much shorter. Operating at 45 degrees Celsius, which is like basically hot water is cooling the chip. It's a little bit strange for people who used to do supercomputing and physics. This one is a little bit of a mystery, but we don't have enough time to get into that. But essentially, one thing that enables this infrastructure approach to squeeze more GPUs inside the same power envelope is DSX Max LPS, which is a dynamic profile that is setting the power consumption of the GPU, because not always you need the GPU to run at 100%. So you can basically squeeze up to 40% more GPUs and provide 40% more tokens to your customers within the same power envelope. So instead of just being constrained by the power that you have provided to you by the power provider, you can actually get much more. So the equation of megawatts coming in, tokens come out, is changing towards you, making it possible to provide much more services within the same power envelope. Now, networking and storage, completely different design to how to do networking. Doing the networking right will just provide you the ability to get 60% more actual AI performance. I'm not talking about packets per second or megabytes or whatever other factors. It's actual AI applications running 1.6 times faster. So your investment in GPU just became 60% more efficient. Obviously, your bottom line TCO ROI that you calculate on that becomes much better. Storage requirements are completely different. So you cannot just go and use any off-the-shelf storage. You as a partner like Vultr, you need to design the storage configuration in a correct manner that it provides 10x to 100x the performance and the optimizations that enable AI to run more efficiently. Operations and secure multi-tenancy, we as NVIDIA, as part of the full architecture, provide different utilities and different tools. I'll touch one of them, which is Run AI. If you, as an end customer, onboard to a cloud partner like Vultr, you can use Run AI to optimize your own GPUs. So you pay for 100 GPUs, but you have different teams that require different amount of GPUs in every certain time. So your administrator will be able to really manage the GPU allocation between the team and make sure that you always utilize the GPUs that you bought, instead of getting into a situation like we have in some orgs that buy 100 GPUs, they belong to a certain organization within the enterprise, but they cannot go farther, right? So they need to go and buy more GPUs, while some GPUs just go and stagnate. So Run AI is one of the tools that enable to do that in a secure, multi-tenant, isolated environment. DSXOS is another open source component. Basically, it's a bunch of different services that we used in our own cloud, GPU cloud environments within NVIDIA. We open source it and we partner with ecosystem partners, both software vendors and NVIDIA cloud partners, to implement these components into their solution, making it much more widely adopted. The main need for that is that nobody knows how to standardize GPU operations. Nobody understands that. We are the only ones who are understanding that, so we decided just to open source it and have a community around it, have everybody in the world collaborate and create kind of a standard, but instead of just having a closed standard, an open standard, being open source, it's much better. And the last one is optimized software and actual models. right? So it's not enough just to download a model and run it on a GPU that you got from a service provider. You need to have a lot of other software that optimizes your GPU runs in a way that you can actually get the tokens that you need. So software like Dynamo, the same like in electricity, you just go, you put steam in, and it goes and creates electricity. Dynamo is a very similar thing. You configure it correctly, you give it GPUs, you give it power, and it goes and streamlines your AI inference into the relevant GPUs, distributes your context or KV cache between the servers and between the GPUs in an efficient manner, bringing to 30x performance compared to just trying to build your own solution, taking a lot of GPUs from a service provider. So I'd like to call my friend here, Mirdul from Vultr, just talk about the partnership a little bit. Tell me like what we are doing together, what makes this partnership strong.
Vultr has been a long-term partner with NVIDIA, and we have been using NVIDIA hardware since the inception of our GPU AI workloads, right? We have been integrating NVIDIA throughout all of our horizontal and vertical stacks. When we talk about software layers, we are using NVIDIA Dynamo framework. We are using NVCR repositories from the day I can earliest remember, right? And we are day zero partners with NVIDIA to release Nemotron models, right? So it's not about we are just doing GPU, we are doing CPU stuff as well, because for the longest of time NVIDIA has backed us to fulfill compute needs, regular compute needs for our customers, right? And it has been our honor and our pleasure because Vultr also got featured in Jensen's keynote in this year's flagship GTC as well, right? And I am confident and I feel safe saying that NVIDIA and Vultr go hand in hand, and I just hope we can deepen our partnership and deliver better and more efficient products for everyone around the world.
Yeah, I definitely see that integrating the full stack in a correct manner will make Vultr successful in the future. We continue to collaborate closely to help you grow your business and make our, together, let's say, end customers happy. Right?
Absolutely. It has been an honor and pleasure working with NVIDIA. There are so many teams, but they are so well coordinated, right? Having you here has also been great because that strengthens our bond that, okay, Vultr and NVIDIA go hand in hand, right? And it's not like we are favoring one of our providers or one of our competitors, right? It's just providing an open ecosystem to all our developers, and NVIDIA has been kind and open enough to do that with us, even it is an individual developer or an enterprise.
Exactly. So yeah, thank you everybody for the time. I will be around here for the next 15 minutes. If you have questions, you're more than welcome to approach. Thank you.